Hello, fellow plastic model builders and builders of slot cars. In my continuing series, I guess, of finding inexpensive kits, I've mentioned a few times about the chain store called Ollie's, which is kind of a closeout place. And I've mentioned that it's good to stop by there periodically and see what you can find. And last time I stopped by, I did find some model kits again that were interesting to me, so I picked up a few here that you can see, and we'll show them all in a little bit more detail. Now, the bad news is that the price at Ollie's on the models has gone up. They used to be $13.99 for most of them, and now they're $15.99, except for a few special ones, like this one down here that was $19.99. But that's still considerably less than you would find in your hobby stores or online or whatever for the most part. So let's have a look at what we got. First of all, I found this 57 Corvette convertible kit. Now, I've already got a bunch of Corvette kits in my collection, so I didn't really need this one. But what I like about it in particular is that this is a 1/24th scale rather than being 1/25th scale like most of them are. So that was a big plus to me. And it's a monogram kit, which is one of the ones I do like a little bit better than some of the other brands. I'll show you what we see here. You can stop and read it if you like. It's got some pictures of the built kit, and it looks pretty nice in here. There's the back side of it. The kit shows to have 114 pieces, so it's going to be probably fairly detailed. So this looks like a fun kit, and like I said, being the 1/24th scale, I tend to prefer that over the 1/25th scales that you usually find. And I know it sounds really stupid, but that tiny little bit of extra size, somehow it seems to make the parts a little bit less fiddly to handle and easier for me to work with. And that's just my opinion, but that's why I bought it, because I like that slightly larger size. The other car I found that was quite interesting is this old Ford rod kit. And it doesn't even say on the front what it is. There we go, 29 Ford Woody. It's a 29 Ford Woody. And this thing is a 4-in-1 kit. It can be built a bunch of different ways. You can see on the front here, you got kind of the hot rod style truck, or you can build this full wood panel van, I guess they would call it. You can build it as kind of a short bed truck. In stock or custom. They give you a bunch of different decals. And there's a picture of the full wood wagon with mags and everything on it, sort of a custom job too. So there's a bunch of different ways you can combine the different parts, and I guess it comes with a bicycle. So that's pretty neat. Anyway, I'd never seen this kit before. Looks like a pretty cool one. And last, I got this Chevelle funny car. Let's see what year this is supposed to be. It doesn't say. That's interesting. It's obviously a 60s Chevelle. Here you can see the car's parts. Here we can see some of the features of the kit. And you folks that know what year model of Chevelle this is, let me know in the comments. I'm guessing it's somewhere around a 66, 65, something like that. But that's about all to show on that one. I guess there's not, they don't have pictures of the built model on the box like they do on some of the other ones. But that brings me back to the 29 Woody. I did not show the back of the 29 Woody. You can see the parts pictures here for that one. Do we see the bicycle? So there you go. Just a little update on the things I found at Ollie's. If you guys have them close to you, might be worthwhile stopping by and seeing what you can find. Because sometimes you find some pretty cool stuff. Thanks for watching.